Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today it is obviously the start of March, so I have my February wrap up. In February I read a total of 12 books, which if you saw my January wrap up, it's crazy. I read 5 books in January and then I just added a 12 more, and yeah, it was an amazing reading month. I rarely have reading months that good. Now, I started my month off quite solid by reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. And A Court of Wings and Ruin got 4 stars, which is good. I loved it. It was such a good book. Court of Mist and Fury is my number 1 though, so far. I've not read A Court of Silver Flames. I'm reading it right now though. But I really enjoyed A Court of Wings and Ruin. It was so world building, and I thought it was going to be more battle than there was, but then, I think about it and I'm like, Sarah J. Maas, everything drastic happens in the last 100 pages, but it was amazing nonetheless. Now, since in February it's Valentine's, I did read a bunch of romances this month, last month, because I'm filming this March 1st. Anyway, and the first romance book of this month of February was Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. This was my first Lauren Asher book, and let me tell you, I am now a Lauren Asher girly. I have to read her F1 series, something along the lines of that, like Race People series. I don't know what it's called, but that series. Love Redesigned was really good, and I gave it 4 stars. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. It was really good. I love the main characters. My rating on Goodreads is a bit different, which I'll have to go update probably, because I needed time to sleep on this book. I needed time to go to bed, sleep, and then not convince myself, but just realize how good it was and how much I still think about the characters. But yeah, I can't wait for the Lakefront Billionaires book 2, which is called Love Unwritten, and it follows Julian's, so our main male character's adopted brother, but brother because they're brothers. And it was, a really good book. Now, my third book of this month, I loved it. I loved her. And she was none other than All This Twisted Glory by Tahara Mafi. Obviously, I read it the day it came out. Obviously, I read it in 2 sittings. I would read it in 1, but my eyes really needed a break because I was processing all the information. But it was amazing. It was an amazing read, and I had so much fun reading it. It got 4.5 stars. I cannot wait, because I think Tahara Mafi said that this series is gonna have 2 more books. So it's gonna be like a 5-book series, which I can't wait for, because I love Tahara Mafi and her writing. Charmy series, top tier, best series of all time. Amazing. Anyway, my next book that I read was another Lauren Asher book. It was The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, the Dreamland Billionaire series, the first book, and this was my least favorite Lauren Asher book. It was okay. It wasn't really good, really amazing, or world-changing, but it was okay. So it got a 3.5 stars, which doesn't mean it's bad. It's still a good book, but it didn't hit it for me. The next book, Terms and Conditions, was a bit better, and it got 3.75 stars. And I liked it a bit more than the first one. It was still on that okay level, but it was still good. I liked the writing. It's just the main male character pissed me off half the time. I wanted to chuck him out of the book half the time, but that's fine. And then the last book, Final Offer. When I tell you I read this book in 1 day, which is shocking. This book has 600 pages, and I read it in 1 day. which I was not expecting. So obviously it got 4, no, not 4. It got 5 stars. Because it was so good. It was so good. I love Cal. I love Alana. Alana? I'm pretty sure Alana. I love this book. And this is book my Roman Empire right here. My Roman Empire. The book I read after that was A Court of Frost and Starlight, which I would like to have read it in like Christmas time, because obviously it's like the winter Christmas novella. But I didn't. I read it here. I read it in February, but it's fine. It was good. I loved it. I loved just having all like characters be together and not having to, fight for their bloody lives. And I love the relationship between everyone and Feyre. I love the parallel between the Spring Court relationship to Feyre and the Night Court relationship to Feyre. Like, even Cassian. I love Cassian so much. He's such a good character. He's so sweet. I love Mor. I love Ezra. I love Rhys. I love Feyre. I don't love Nessa yet, but that's fine. Maybe I will be convinced by the time I finish A Court of Silver Flames. I love Elaine. They're all so sweet. They're all amazing. Okay. Yeah, but that's the next book I read. And the book I read after that, I started the Inheritance Games series because I wanted like a bit of a switch up from romance and from fantasy, because that's basically all I read. So I'd read the Inheritance Games. Now, I did read the Inheritance Games like a couple years ago. I think it was 2020, 2021 or something like that. I read the first book and I didn't really like it, but I think that was mainly because I was in a slump when I read it, because when I went back and read it, it got 4.5 stars. The Inheritance Games books are so good. Now because this is a very heated topic for the Inheritance Games fandom, which I've spiraled down into, I am a Team Javery girl. If you don't know what Javery is, it is Jameson and Avery. But Grayson has my heart. I love him so much. He is so... A lot of people don't like him because they haven't read, I think, The Brothers Hawthorne, which really dives into Jameson's and Grayson's background and their lives before Avery and all that. And even before, what's her name? Emily, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Whew. Amazing book. Highly recommend. Then, of course, I read The Hawthorne Legacy. Now, this has to be my favorite book in the Inheritance Game series so far, because it was like the finding people together, the mission, it gave very much like raw vibes, like teamwork makes a dream work, stuff like that, but in the best way possible, like spies together on a mission. I loved it so much. This is where I started like listening to like music playlists, and I got like Brothers Hawthorne because I couldn't find like any other ones that had songs that A, I liked, and B, were Taylor's version, because most of them had like 1989, a lot of it that wasn't Taylor's version, and I didn't want to have to bother with like getting out of my reading thing to skip that song. But yeah, it was so good. The book I read after that was The Final Gambit, of course. She got 4.5 stars. She was also amazing. I love this series so much. It's like a solid 4-star series all around. But after that, I read The Brothers Hawthorne, which got 4 stars, which I feel like it dragged. And the dual POV wasn't like doing it as much as it usually does for me, just because of the way it was done. It was how they're both Jameson and Grayson were in such different spaces. I would have preferred, I don't know, either to have, like, for example, Jameson and Gigi, Grayson and Gigi, or Jameson and Avery's POV, and stuff like that. But that's my personal preference. Not saying it wasn't good. It was good. I just found myself getting lost, because sometimes I didn't read whose point of view it was from, and I'm like, what? They weren't doing this like 5 minutes ago. How were they? What? So yeah, but that might just be because I'm a bit slow sometimes when it comes to dual POVs. The last book I read was Beach Read by Emily Henry. Beach Read was a really good book, I have to say that. I thought it was going to be a 6-star read, which I'm a bit disappointed it wasn't, but it's fine. It was a good book. I have a video is going to go up about it probably like before or after you're seeing this, obviously, but it will be up somewhere around the time this gets posted. I'll probably post this first and then Beach Read, but Beach Read I did read in February, and it was really good. And I did do a reading vlog about it, so most of my thoughts and feelings will be over there. And yeah, those are all the books that I read in the month of February. It was a really good month. I tried to do a little speed run, because I found myself, when I start blabbering about books, I found myself having to cut out a lot of stuff because spoilers and that. So I just gave really very surface level stuff about the books. All these books were so good. I had such a good reading month. I'm happy about it. But yeah, if you have any recommendations you would like to share, or any reading vlog type ideas that you would want me to do, or stuff like that, just videos you would like me to make, or books, reading vlogs that you'd like me to do, or whatever like that, you can put it in the comments and I will probably get around to it. But yes, thank you so much for watching me blabber about these books. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!